Hi everyone, I'm Nathan. Welcome to Circus 10, the celebration of having 10 subscribers and a look back at the first half of 2021 in gaming. We are up to physical board games. We've been pounding through physical board games, something probably better verb for it than that, but we'll work on that later. We'll fix it in post. And in the meantime, we'll talk about games that had between 4 and 8 plays this first half of 2021. I'm pretty excited to see what they are, even though I know what they are. They're in a pile right here. Let's get started. Is there any business before we get started? No, I can't think of any business. Let's just keep going. Let me know in the comments below if there's any business. Okay, next up is Canvas. The Kickstarter came in January, and I'm ashamed to say I've only played it 4 times since then. I've loved the heck out of every play since then, though. In Canvas, you use these semi-transparent cards that I probably should have gotten one out to show off with a little bit of artwork on it, and you combine the cards together by laying them on top of each other to make an interesting and unique painting. And then based on the attributes of that painting, which are, kind of flip it over and show you here, based on the attributes of the painting, which are down here underneath, and represented by shapes, based on those you get some ribbons, and then at the end of the game you count up your ribbons to see how many points you have. And that's really nice. I like that you only get ribbons and you don't have to stop and think about points. You don't have to stop and think about converting them into points in the middle of the game that kind of takes you out of the game. You can just relax and enjoy the game and enjoy your ribbons that you got for your wonderful artwork that you made. Dexter has a favorite. That's my nephew. I don't know if it's still in here that I can get to it quickly. Here it is. It's Corrupted Moment. Remember Corrupted Moment? Here it is again. Where are we? Here we are. Corrupted Moment. The hand is reaching out of the seabed to get those fish. I'm not sure what it means, but Dexter loves it, so I keep it in the game for him. And that's Canvas. It's a lot of fun. I only played it 4 times. I highly recommend it, but I don't know how available it is outside of Kickstarter itself. Anyway, it's fun. And the box is beautiful, and the logo isn't on there. The name of the game isn't on there. It's on the top, so you have to look at the top of the game if you want to know what the game is. And there's a hook on the back that you can hang it up, but I haven't done that. I probably won't. Put it over here so it'll be safe. Next game that had 4 plays. I'm definitely going to play Canvas more. I absolutely promise to do so. Next game that also has 4 plays is Paladins of the West Kingdom. This used to be one of my very highest games, very popular, most favoritist games, very high on my list of favorites. It has fallen quite a bit. I get tired of getting beat up by the AI. The AI in this game is very strong. Anyway, remember that, I gotta stop saying anyway. It's annoying me. Remember that architects from the last game where you're building up your nice French kingdom back in 950 AD, I think? No, 850 AD. Well, now it's moved on. We're now at 900 AD, so 50 years later, after you've spent your time and effort building the kingdom up in architects, the kingdom is under attack from outsiders. So it's your job to defend the kingdom from outsiders while building up your personal glory and stuff, so that you can, make a good living and continue to make the kingdom shine. And it's really a lot of fun. You do it by placing different colored workers in different spaces. And that's cool. The different colored workers are like green for, blue for merchants. Purple is criminals. You're not supposed to use those because it makes you look bad, even though you're really just reforming criminals and giving them a second chance to do honest work in service of the kingdom. But no, people don't like that. It's rude. It's rude of them, because giving criminals a second chance to make your kingdom special is nice. And that was my rant about purple workers in in Paladins of the West Kingdom. Red is warriors, white is laborers. You get your guys, and based on the colors, you can put them down to, fight or try and convert outsiders who are trying to annoy you, or, build stuff, or all sorts of fun things that you can do in Paladins. And it's really, really hard. It's a very hard game. It's possibly the hardest or second hardest game I own. But it's a lot of fun But boy, that AI will really take me to town. Church? Town? Anyway, woodshed? I have no idea where the AI takes me, but that's where it takes me, and I rarely win even on the easiest mode. And it's fun anyway. It's nice to revisit the West Kingdom that I built up in Architects, and I love it. And my third game is... what is my third game? Cristalo. The one game I own that doesn't have a box, unless you count those wallet games, I guess. This has a lovely bag. It's felt or vinyl or something smooth and wonderful. Velour. I don't know. But anyway, it's a lovely little bag. It's called Cristalo. I got in late on the Kickstarter, but that's okay. It's a fun game about trying to rescue animals by combining these cards. It's hard to describe, but the cards have little symbols on the corner, and you have to match the symbols. You have to put them down to match the symbols. See how there's symbols in each corner, and you got to match the symbols just right to free the animals. And it's really wonderful. These mystic animals, like the dragon, no, like the phoenix. Yeah, the phoenix. And so you got to free these phoenix and the ice wolf. We're going to show the ice wolf anyway. Here's the ice wolf. It's a lovely game. I believe it's solo only. I'm sure you can play it with multiple people working together and thinking about what you're doing. And it comes with really nice crystals also, because it's really cool plastic crystals, bag of cool plastic crystals. And that's a nice Kickstarter that I kickstarted, and it's fun. And no regrets. It is a little difficult. I played it 5 times. 5 times I played this game. It's tough. I did not win. I got to the dragon once in 5 tries, which is like the final boss. Which you could say the final boss that you need to beat, or you could just say you're trying to free the dragon just like you're trying to free all the other ones. And then it becomes a nice peaceful game and not violent and horrible at all. So that's a wonderful game. It's very hard though. It's very puzzly. You lay the cards down and it's very puzzly. Next up, also with 5 plays, is Spacebase. Does not particularly play solo, but I played a variant that I found on Board Game Geek, and it's pretty fun. You have 15 or 16, I think 15 turns to try and get to 40 points. And for the opponent's turn, you just kind of roll the dice, because you can, in this game, you're building up a cool space fleet to earn money and prestige and whatever else that you can earn with a space fleet. And you roll on your turn and you get some stuff, and then when your opponents roll 2 6-sided dice, it's 2 6-sided dice, which is fine. When your opponents roll on their turn, you can also, possibly, depending on what your ships are up to, get some stuff also, get some resources also. So that's fun. It's a game with very little downtime when you're playing with other people, but I play by myself. And I played with the AI variant, no, not an AI variant, solo variant that I got off Board Game Geek, and it's pretty fun. I recommend it. I don't recommend it if you're just playing it solo, but if you have other people and you want to play, it's kind of fun. It's very light. It's pretty light. It's pretty light, and you get to shop. You get to shop for cards. That's always wonderful. So Spacebase is a lot of fun. I played it 5 times, and I'd play it more. I don't get to it too much 5 times, but it's enjoyable when I do get to it. Just got to be caught in the mood. I'm always playing the next game because I play it on Board Game Geek. So it might needed to have been in the digital plays, but here's Battlestar Galactica. It is a cooperative-ish game. It's a team game, I guess, with hidden teams, because there's a hidden traitor somewhere in there. And halfway through the game, there's a chance you're going to switch sides from being a good guy to being a hidden traitor. And that's Battlestar Galactica. It's, if you haven't seen the shows, it's about the last remaining humans after the robots attack. The robots attack, and the last remaining humans are making a run for trying to find somewhere nice to live and settle down and not have to worry and be sad and afraid and dying all the time. And it's horrible. There's not many resources left. There's not many cool ships left. But you just, you make do. And it does play solo. There's a official solo variant. And it does play solo. But what I play, let me put this down here. Sit right here. There you go. Shake your cam. What I play, is on Board Game Geek, on the forums. You can go and you can play on the forums. It's really fun. There's a little automated bot thing that does all the sort of bookwork for you. So you can just, take your turns, and the bot will take care of all the other weird stuff. I feel like it's JavaScript or something. Anyway, I have, to be honest, kind of gotten tired of hidden trader games. I'm kind of awful at them. Pardon my itchy eyeball. I've kind of gotten tired of them. So probably the game that I'm playing now, I played 6 games in the first half of 2021, but the game I'm playing right now is probably the last one I'm going to play. And I'm going to say no thank you. If anybody wants a rematch or anything, no thanks. That's enough. I just can't do hidden trader games anymore. I take it all too personally. I'm terrible at them. I don't know if I'm terrible at them or not, but I do take it pretty personally, and I shouldn't do that. So it's better to just avoid the whole thing. So it's a great game. I played it 6 times this year and enjoyed it. It's generally going on by forum. Let me know if you want help finding out how to get there and play by forum also, so you can play with people. I don't know how many games Battlestar Galactica, how many games Board Game Geek plays by forum, but they at least do Battlestar Galactica, and it's a lot of fun. Here is Viscounts. Viscounts of the West Kingdom, the last of the West Kingdom trilogy. In the first game, you built up the West Kingdom. In the second game, you defended it from outsiders. Now it's your job to try to lead the kingdom to prosperity or ruin for all the rest of your days. I forget what year it takes place in. 980. It's been 30 years since Paladins, and now it's Viscounts. Viscounts is, I don't know. I'm not pronouncing the S, and it's not because of a rare bone disease or anything. You really don't pronounce the S in Viscounts. That's what I found out. Supposedly. I don't know. You can pronounce the S if you want. It's still a kind of a worker placement game, I guess. It's a lot of resource management. It's fun. You go around and around the board. You can try and get your guys into the cathedral, into positions of authority in the cathedral. You can build buildings. You can always build buildings. Man, look, the West Kingdom needs a lot of buildings. So you're always building them, no matter what game you're playing. What else can you do? Oh, you can pen manuscripts so that you can increase literacy in your, in your kingdom. You gotta have literacy. And you can do some other stuff. Oh, you can recruit guys to help you out. It is kind of a deck building game where you start with a deck of basic guys and you can buy some more guys to be in your deck. And you put them down and whatever guys you have, that's kind of who's at your disposal at the moment. We're going long this time. I hope nobody minds. And you're played by a little wooden meeple guy on a horse. I don't know if you can see him. He's right. Where is he? I don't know. You can't see him because I don't know where he is. There he is, right there. You're a guy on a horse with flag, and that's kind of fun. So it's a good game overall. I played it 6 times. I played a lot when I first got it, and then I kind of softened on it. Yeah, it's really hard to beat. I don't know if you've heard that before about any other West Kingdom games, but the AI is really difficult to beat. I'm going to rotate a little bit. I have a squeaky chair. There's a shadow right here. I don't know about it. Anyway, the last game is a game I played 8 times, and that's Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. It's like Gloomhaven, only much, much easier. It's not particularly easier. Yeah, it's easier. For starters, because the map is not puzzle pieces anymore. It is now a book, and you just put the book down and you go. And it's really fun. And Gloomhaven's a little tough for me, but this one's right in my wheelhouse. I can totally play this game. And I totally recommend it. You play the members of a mercenary company who are out to, I don't know, do whatever mercenaries do in kind of a fantasy world filled with cool dudes and monsters and crazy people doing crazy schemes and whatnot. And I highly recommend it. It's a campaign game, so I guess you can only play it once, but I played it 8 times. You can only play through the campaign once, or I guess you could probably play through the campaign multiple times. I don't know. I really don't like one-and-done games, but this one doesn't feel like a one-and-done game. It feels like a fun times to be had by all. And there's a little bit of strategy and tactics and stuff in it. And there's leveling up your character and a little bit of deck building because it uses a deck of card modifiers +1, -1 instead of dice, and that's cool for combat. And that's neat. You can modify your deck and modify your powers and so forth and so on as you level up. And it's really neat. I like Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion a lot more than regular Gloomhaven, and Frosthaven's on the way. Oops, spoiler for the last video. Frosthaven is on the way. We'll see how that goes. And we'll see how it goes next time when I cover games that I've played 10 or more times. I wonder if I should... Nah, forget that. Next time, 10 or more plays. Be here, or don't be here, it's okay. Then in the meantime,